Welcome to your own homework helper class, where we break down tricky grammar concepts and make learning fun. Hey learners, today we are diving into our last lessons about prefixes, those small word parts that can totally change the meaning of a word. We all know that a prefix is a group of letters added to the beginning of a word to change its meaning. And today we will explore 12 more prefixes which are commonly used in academics. So let's start. First up, we have anti. The prefix anti means against or opposite. For example, there's a word antibiotic. You know that antibiotic is a medicine that works against bacteria. There's another word, antisocial. We know that someone who is against social interaction, it's called antisocial. And there are a lot of other words like antibody, anti-aircraft, anti-aging. So anytime you say anti at the start of a word, you will know it has something to do with the opposition or being against something. Next, we have D. The prefix D means down or away from. It is used to form words that often have a meaning opposite to the original word. Here are some examples. Look at the word deflate. Deflate means to let the air out or bring it down. Or you could take the example of the word decompose, which means to break down something into parts. Or just think about the word decode. In all these words, the prefix D is all about reducing or reversing something. But there are words in which DED doesn't act as a prefix. You can take the example of the word den, demand, desert. There are a lot of other words in which the DED doesn't act as a prefix, but it's just a clue that where it is acting as a prefix, so you can easily guess the meaning of the word. Our third prefix is re, which means again or back. For example, rebuild, to build something again, return, to come back, review or revise, rethink. So whenever you see re, think of doing something again or going back to the way it was. And next prefix is for, F-O-R-E, for. The prefix for means before or in front. It's all about something happening ahead of time. For example, forecast. Forecast is a prediction of what will happen before it actually happens, like the weather forecast. Or you can talk about the word forehead, the part of your head that is at front. You can take the example of forelimb. There are a lot of other words in which for is used. So the prefix for is about things that are leading the way. Now let's talk about mid. The easiest prefix. Mid means middle. As common examples are midday. The middle of the day is called midday. Or if we say midway, midway means halfway or in the middle of a process or a journey. Oh, you must have heard about midterm exam, midweek. So in all these words, the prefix mid represents the middle. It's all about being in the center of something. Next up is miss, M-I-S, miss. And this prefix miss means wrongly or incorrect. For example, misunderstand. To understand something wrongly. Another word is mislead, to guide someone in the wrong direction. So the word miss actually refers to something which is done in the wrong way. Let it be misleading someone or misguiding someone or mistakes which we make. So in all these words, miss means wrong. So the next prefix in the line is sub. The prefix sub means under or below. Have a look at the word submarine. Submarine is a vehicle that moves under the water. Or take the example of subway. Subway is a train that travels below the ground. Or just think about the word subdue. The word subdue means to overcome or bring under control something, typically through force or effort. So, anything with sub is usually talking about something that's lower or beneath something else. Moving on to our next prefix, which is x, exx. Prefix x means out of or former. For instance, exit, to go out of a place, or express, or expel, or expire, or exhale. In all these words, x means out of, but it can also add the meaning of former to some root words. For example, ex-president, someone who formerly held the title of a president. Or think about the word ex-husband. So the prefix x, when you see x, it often relates to something that used to be or something moving out. Next in line is the prefix semi. Semi means half or partly. Here are some examples. Semicircle. Semicircle means half circle. Or think about the word semi-final, the round before the final or partly near the end. What about word semi-lunar, semi-government, semi-formal? So the prefix semi usually indicates something that's not fully whole, but halfway there. Next is the prefix super, which means above or beyond. The most common example is superhuman, someone with the ability that are beyond what a normal person can do. Superman, we can think about Superman. He has supernatural qualities. The word supernatural, or just think about the word supermarket. A supermarket is usually a large store that's above the size of a regular market. So, super always suggests something that's greater or superior in some way. Our another prefix is inter, which means between or among. Let's look at some examples. International, something that happens between the nations. Or think about the word internet, a network that connects between many computers all over the world. Inter-school competitions. So inter is all about connections and things happening across different places or groups. Closely related to inter, we have another prefix, intra, and the prefix intra comes from Latin meaning within or inside. It is used to form words that refers to something occurring inside a particular boundary or group or system. For example, you must have heard about the term intracellular. Intracellular means anything occurring within a cell. Or you must have heard about intranet, a private network system that operates within an organization. It is called intranet. Or take the example of term intrastate. Intrastate mean existing or happening within a single state, as opposite to the interstate, which refers to between two different states. And with this, we come to the end of our today's lesson. Today we discuss 12 powerful prefixes that can change the meaning of words, and these prefixes add layers of meaning and help you understand the world of words much better. Try spotting these prefixes in the words you use every day. You'll be amazed at how often they show up. If you enjoyed this video and want to learn more about the language tips and tricks, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. Thanks for watching, and until next time, keep learning and keep exploring the power of words. In our next video, we'll be diving into the world of suffixes, so be sure to stick around for that. That's all for today.